question now was, which of these is going to give us the biggest number? Well, if we're going to divide a decimal by 5, we're going to get a really small number. So that one can go straight away. If we were going to compare 5 divided by 0.2 with 5 divided by 0.6, dividing by the smallest decimal number will give us the biggest answer. So as we've got the same number on the top here, but here we're dividing by a smaller decimal, that one will not be the biggest answer. This one will be. Okay? 5 times 0.2 is going to be a smaller answer than dividing with a decimal, because there we're multiplying with a decimal, it's going to make the 5 small. So that's going to give us a small answer. Whereas here we're dividing by a decimal, that's going to give us a big answer. Okay, so what we really need to do, now we only have 2 that we have to compare with each other. Let's have a look. 5 times 0.6. Well, 5 sixes are 30. So 5 times 0.6 would give us 3.0 as our answer. 5 divided by 0.2, we're not allowed to divide with a decimal on the bottom. Multiply top and bottom by 10. We'd get 50 divided by 2, which is going to be 25. So if we were a little bit uncertain, we could have done that decimal multiplication, but most of you should have realized that this is going to give us a really big number because we're dividing by a very small decimal. When you divide by a very small decimal, you get a very large answer. Let's say that we were going to divide 100 by 0.001. Here's a really small decimal on the bottom, and we're not allowed to divide by small decimals. We have to get rid of the decimal. To get rid of this decimal point, we'd have to go 1, 2, 3 places back. We'd have to multiply this bottom number by 1,000. If we multiply the bottom number by 1,000, we have to multiply the top number by 1,000. So on the bottom, on the top, we'd have 100,000. 100,000. And on the bottom, we'd just have 1. 0.001. 1/1000th multiplied by 1,000 gives us 1. So the answer to 100 divided by 0.001 is 100,000. As the number under the divide line gets smaller and smaller, the answer gets bigger and bigger. And understanding that concept in maths is really important.